Greetings, welcome. Today I'll be tearing down this Amiga 500 which stopped working for no apparent reason about 2 months ago. You've all heard of the blue screen of death, I'm sure. Well, there are worse things than that. Behold, the purple screen of death. I looked at the error code descriptions online, but couldn't find anything related to that color, so who knows. After failing to fix the issue, I basically just put this aside until I could find a spare motherboard to salvage. Well, that spare board has arrived. It was part of that amazing computer haul that I had, some of the leftovers when I went back for a second round. Look at this poor broken Amiga. Missing screws, missing keys. The lid almost comes off completely, being held together by a single screw. Amazingly, despite its outward appearance, the computer actually seems to work. Although the disk drive doesn't work, but it loaded to Workbench, so go figure. Never judge a computer by its cover. Well, given the other computer works, I'll probably just do a motherboard swap, move it to the nice new case. I kind of feel like a doctor about to perform an organ transplant surgery. Next time I'll have to wear some surgical gloves and a mask, get all into it. Have my wife come in and be like, you need help. Well, anyway, there's some Torx screws holding the outer edges together, some Phillips screws holding the disk drive, and that's really all that's holding this thing together, so very easy to remove the case. Of course, you will have to penetrate the warranty sticker if you haven't already done that. Then just peel back the lid. I had to work mine around the edges a little bit because it was like stuck to the keyboard or something. And there we go. With that pleasant sound, we now separate the two halves, and you have a keyboard and RF shielding. The keyboard just has one cable connecting it to the motherboard, and then it also is connected to the disk drive with a screw. The RF shield has a couple screws holding it down and some tabs. And underneath that you should find your motherboard, I hope. Hopefully no other surprises, no creepy crawlers. So here's a look at the components that make up the Amiga 500. Now, I'm not an expert on Amiga hardware at all, but I did find it really funny that a lot of these custom chips have names associated with them. So you have Denise over here, you have Paula, Fat Agnes, that's just awesome, and Gary. And then there's some other references here too. You also have 512 kilobytes of RAM built in, and a Motorola 68000 processor running at just over 7 megahertz. What I'll often do with non-working machines, especially ones that I know were working recently, is just press down on the socketed chips, making sure that there's a good connection with the pins, and that will often resolve the issue. But if it doesn't, then I'll actually remove the socketed chips altogether and reseat them. Now, to remove them, I just use a really small flathead screwdriver, and there's little holes on the side that allow you to get in there and then just gently pry it open using this kind of method from going end to end, and that way you don't bend the pins. And this is a good opportunity for you to inspect those pins, make sure they're not corroded. If they are, then you can clean them up a little bit with some sandpaper or a nail filer, and then I just reseat the chip. And I gotta tell you, this fixes like 80% of the issues I usually have. Of course, this Amiga fell into the other 20%. Here is the other Amiga that I have. This one has an add-on card installed in Gary's socket. Gary is now on top of it. But overall, it looks to be in pretty good condition. A few bent pins here and there, but nothing that can't be straightened out. I took the opportunity to swap in a few chips here and there just to see if that would fix the issue, but it didn't. The issue is this stupid purple-pink screen. What does it mean? Is it supposed to be red? If so, it doesn't look red to me. And even if it was, it means there's a problem with the Kickstart ROM. And I already looked at that. So I don't know what the hell it is, and I don't care. I'm just going to do a motherboard swap. So I unscrewed and removed the drive, removed the board, installed the working board and the working drive in the nice shiny case, and booted it up. And wouldn't you know it, it worked. Now, I have to tell you, I was very lucky to find this spare board when I did, because I was so close to actually buying one off eBay. I just hate having non-working machines. It's just a pet peeve of mine, like everything to be functional. But the prices have just gone through the roof. I don't know what's happened. Are Amigas suddenly rare? Who knows? But what I do know is it's time to play some ARG. Yes, ARG. It just happened to be the disc that I was testing the drives with, so why not do a mini review of it? ARG is a Rampage-inspired monster destroy thing kind of game. How else could I describe it? You play as giant fire-breathing monsters, either a lizard or an ogre, and you just roam around destroying things and setting fire to things, and it's quite entertaining. When you get hungry, you can snack on some hot dogs. I think there's also hamburgers around. But if that doesn't satisfy your appetite, there's fleeing humans, and they're quite delicious. Best served with ketchup, though. But yeah, this is ARG. Very awesome game. Very early game, too. I think from 1987. It was ported to other systems, but I do prefer the Amiga version. Okay, so when you see those eggs, you must prepare to fight for the monstrous prize, or so it says. Basically, you fight to claim the egg. And so in this case, I'm going to fight against the giant ogre in a duel. And it's no Street Fighter 2, but it is rather satisfying to punch that ogre. But damn, he's getting close to the egg. Give me that egg! Oh, you one-eyed bastard. Well, there you go. A look at ARG and the Amiga in general. So, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.